decided to order from room service tonight. Caesar salad, no anchovies. Breaded chicken fingers, over here is barbecue sauce and who knows what else. And cheese, bread, barbecue sauce. Room service is 24 hours a day. Whenever you want, there's no extra charge. Good morning and welcome to the Ionian Sea, where we have a day at sea. Tomorrow is Corfu. Nothing exciting is going on today. The usual array of lectures and things for guests like gather to needlework or knit. I am just going to spend the day as usual eating and walking the decks to get in perhaps 3 miles. I hope you've enjoyed the videos so far. And as I said, and there is the Ionian Sea. Does anyone beside me remember? A sailor went to sea to see what he could see, but all that he could see was nothing but the great blue sea. That just popped into my deteriorating brain. I have a hint for you first. I purchased Gucci Flora the Gardenia in the shop on board ship, and it was marked down from 150 to 114. Then I came upstairs and I looked on Amazon. Amazon could always be counted on. Discounted 46%. Their list price is $168 to $91. I have 2 last-minute trivia or hindsight is 2020. The first has to do with perfume or cologne. If you are interested when you're traveling on buying either one of them, I suggest you go on Amazon first to see what the price is. And the same goes for whiskey, brandy, whatever you want to buy. Because I had my heart set on a certain Gucci brand, and on board this cruise ship, you know, they say everything is duty-free, it was $30 more than what Amazon is selling it for. So I ordered from Amazon, and I've been in the duty-free shops in Athens and Turkey and Italy, and it's a much higher price than Amazon. So do a little, let your fingers do the shopping for you first before you think, oh, it's duty-free, it's so cheap. True, there are no taxes, but it doesn't make up for a $30 difference. The average age on board Viking, on this Viking Star, is 60 to 69. There are 2 90-year-olds. One is 99 and still traveling. Isn't that amazing? The cruise is full with 900 plus passengers. The main demographic is from the United States, 790 people. UK has 22, Australia 12, and Canada 32. And now you know what I found out on the sea day. Kalamara, and welcome back to Greece. We are in the port of Piraeus, maybe, heading into Athens this afternoon for our excursion, driving an archaeological museum. But first, some shout-outs. If I've repeated myself, that's a good thing. And if I've forgotten you, that is not a good thing. Please send me a comment. Sheila, you haven't shouted out to me recently, and I will mark it down for next time. Hi, Daniel, Claudia, Jonathan, Louise, Sasha, my favorite vegetarian. I hope you like the vegetarian meals. Okay, some hindsight, 2020, and everything else. The food, I don't even have to talk about. You know, Viking food is always good. On this particular ship, they had the Viking Star. They had the best sticky buns that I've had on any Viking cruise. I mean, that's really important, isn't it? As far as the staff, The staff is always wonderful. The cabin stewards, the people in the restaurant, everybody greets you with a good morning or good afternoon or good evening. There is always something new to see or do, even if you have been there and done it. For me, I did my best not to shop, but I shopped, I caved. Merle and I did not have an auspicious beginning to this particular cruise. Part of it was her being pickpocketed by the Trevi Fountain in Rome. I have to tell you again, be uber careful. My suggestion, divide up your cash, credit cards, your passport, so if they get your wallet, they don't get everything that you have. Fortunately, Merle was able to get virtual cards after a million calls to 3 different banks and problems, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And another FYI, I do not edit the videos or upload while I'm on vacation. I wait till I get home and try to cut out all the video of me videoing my feet or the inside of my purse because I've forgotten to turn off the camcorder. And I'm going to ask Merle to say a few words and see what her perspective was on this cruise. In the meantime, thank you so very, very much for your time. Light is good on Merle. She's ready for her moment. This is her moment. So Merle, what did you think?
The cruise was great. It went to ports that I have never been to. They were very interesting, and especially the last one before Athens in Turkey was just amazing. The Ephesus, that was a substitute because we couldn't go to Santorini because of the volcano and the earthquakes that were happening there, but Turkey was a good, excellent substitute for that. In relationship to what happened to me before this cruise, the day before it started, was another story. And it took a whole day of trying to deal with customer service from the credit card companies to my own bank. I even had to call my own banker because their customer service kept on wanting me to have the whole number on the card, which of course I didn't have anymore, and so I couldn't get into the app. So that was a nightmare, but after 2 or 3 days of dealing with it, it finally resolved. Viking, on the other hand, could have been a little bit more receptive to my predicament. If I wasn't traveling with Sheila, I would have been left with nothing and no way to get anything, and they really should update their credit card system where it will take a virtual card, but that's another story and another time. Otherwise, the food was good, the ports were good, the shopping was fine, and that's my take of it.
Merle ended up owing a whopping $36 on her shipboard bill, and it was impossible. She kept saying, I will send it to you. I mean, you're on a thousands of dollars cruise. What, they're going to dun her for $36? But finally, the purser called her and said, oh, well, they took $36 off her tip to even it out, as long as she doesn't buy anything else. So that was it. Thanks, Merle. My second bit of hindsight after today's included Athens drive-by and the museum. A lot of the passengers just have the one day here in Athens and are flying out tomorrow. If you have just one day in Athens, arrange a private tour or even a group tour, because you're really not going to see Athens this way. No, not to just drive by and try to take a picture of the Acropolis, which it's just a picture. Yes, if you want to go up there, wonderful. But to see the other interesting parts, the Plaka and all the old churches, and just to have a good time, don't count on a group tour, whether or not it's an optional one or whether or not it's included. That's my final say, and that's just my advice, and go enjoy yourself. And trivia, I was on the Viking Star exactly 2 years ago, the Viking Homelands cruise, which I think is my favorite Viking.